What's up, guys? It's Alexei Borov. This is going to be a deck profile for my, I guess I can call it a stall deck. It's a deck that does not allow your opponent to attack you. It's pretty fun. I call it I feed on your tears because that's pretty much what you're going to be doing. So a quick card count is 3 Gores, 3 Marshmallons, 3 Wattlemers, 3 Curry Photons, 3 Winged Kuribos, 3 The Unhappy Maiden, 3 Swift Scarecrows, 3 Battle Faders, of course, Vergeki, 1 Day of Peace, 2 Pot of Benevolence, 3 Chicken Game, 3 Raboku, 3 Threatening Roar, and 3 Negate Attack. Now, what these cards do, Gore's is a pretty simple card, but if you're newer to the game, what it does, if your opponent attacks you directly, if you take damage, and you have absolutely no cards on your field whatsoever, you can activate Gore's effect from your hand, special summon him, and then you get to special summon a token for whatever damage you took. He's pretty cool. Especially the token, you get hit for like 4,000 off like a fucking, I don't know, what's good these days? Quasar's not good anymore. I don't know. You get hit for 4,000, summon a 4,000 token, hard to get over. Next up, Marshmallon, everybody's favorite ball of fluff. After damage calculation, if this card was attacked and was face down at the start of the damage step, the attacking player takes 1,000 damage, cannot be destroyed by battle. That's the important part, though, cannot be destroyed by battle. Your opponent summons like 8 monsters, and he gets a Marshmallon, and that's the end of his turn. Wattlemer, if this card is destroyed by your opponent's card, either by battle or card effect, your opponent cannot conduct their battle phase during their next turn. Pretty self-explanatory. Essentially, if your opponent kills this monster, next turn, they won't have a battle phase. Very nice. Curry Photon. I forget what this card does, so let's read it together. During either player's turn, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and pay 2,000 life points. You take no damage this turn. If this card is in your graveyard, okay, that part doesn't matter. So essentially, you can activate this effect whenever you want, discard this card, pay 2,000 life points, and you don't take any damage this turn. It's very nice. It's like a 1 day apiece without drawing, and lots of life points. Winged Kuriboh, if this card in the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, any battle damage you take this turn becomes 0. Let's see here. Unhappy Maiden, when this card is sent to the graveyard as a result of battle, immediately end the battle phase, and pretty self-explanatory there. Swift Scarecrow, when an opponent's monster declares a direct attack, you can discard this card, negate that attack, and then end the battle phase. It's essentially exactly the same as Battle Fader, except you don't summon it, you discard it. A little safer, because I believe Battle Fader can actually be Solemn Warning, it could be Fiendish Chained, a bunch of stuff can happen to that. Raigeki, blow up everything your opponent controls, monster-wise. 1 Day of Peace, each player draws a card, and neither player takes damage until the end of the opponent's next turn. Very nice. Next up is Pot of Benevolence, and the reason I play Pot of Benevolence, well, first what it does is you select 2 cards from either graveyard and shuffle them into your deck, into the respective deck. You can only activate it once per turn. The reason I play it is this is a very, very stall-oriented deck, and if your opponent doesn't rage quit, like turn 2, it may actually come out to who decks out first. And if you're both playing a 40-card deck, which most people do these days, you Pot of Benevolence 2 cards from your graveyard back to your deck, and boom, you will not deck out first. Alright. Chicken Game. I don't know why I play this. I actually put it in my deck because I misinterpreted what it said, but it's still a really good card. I'm amazed it's not banned. The player with the lowest life points takes no damage. That's kind of why I put it in the deck. Once per turn during the main phase, the turn player can pay 1,000 life points and activate one of these effects. Draw a card, destroy this card, your opponent gains 1,000 life. Neither player can activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Now, the reason I put this in my deck is because I didn't realize that your opponent could also use this field spell. Like, if it's your opponent's turn, he could pay 1,000 and activate one of these effects and just kind of destroy this card or draw a card. I didn't realize that, but a lot of people don't realize that. So I've been playing against people, my life points will be lower, so I won't take damage. And they could easily pay 1,000 life points and just blow a Chicken Game up, but they don't. I guess they just don't know that they could do it. So I guess it's alright to put in the deck. Waboku, you activate it, you don't take damage for the rest of the turn. Battle damage. Threatening Roar, you activate it, your opponent cannot declare an attack this turn. You cannot chain this to an attack. That's very important. If you're waiting for your opponent to declare an attack and then you activate this, the attack will still go through. You have to activate it at the start of the battle step. Negate attack, activate only when an opponent's monster declares an attack, negate the attack, and end the battle phase. Alright, if you have any I kind of made this off the top of my head, so if you have any suggestions on how to make it better, feel free to say so in the comments. I'll see you guys around.